subscribe. Don't forget to comment. I'd love to read from you. Thank you. Hi everyone, you're all welcome to Abisiso channel, where we teach you to look within to unleash your potentials. My name is Abimbola. We will be looking at math anxiety today. I'm sure you're wondering what it means. I will tell you in a moment, and I'm also going to tell you how it affects children. The dictionary defines anxiety as a feeling of worry, nervousness, and an unease about something with an uncertain outcome. It causes children and even adults to worry about how they solve a particular question, the outcome of the question, the answers. It just generally gives them an uneasy feeling when they are solving questions. Research has shown that anxiety is not just a feeling. It's more of a chemical reaction in the brain which can inhibit cognitive processing. So it comes with symptoms like nervousness, fatigue, sweaty feeling, headaches, tummy aches, and things like that. It is important to note that math anxiety can affect learners with varying abilities. So that means that it can even affect a high flyer who is very good in math. Okay, it can affect anyone, the slow bloomers, the average children, and just anyone. It's also important to know that math anxiety can be caused by a poor foundation. Now remember I said that most of the time you become uneasy when you're writing a test or an exam, especially when you're not prepared. So you can't rule that out. Sometimes you're prepared for an exam or a test and you feel anxious, and other times you're not prepared and you feel anxious as well. So whichever way it is, it does happen to learners from time to time. It's time to talk about the symptoms that children who experience math anxiety go through. Children who have math anxiety experience the following symptoms. Like I said before, they become very sweaty. They begin to have headaches. They have blurry vision. They even develop a fever sometimes. And then they have this rumbling feeling in the bottom part of their tummy. It's all math anxiety. They also lack confidence in themselves. They are unable to pay attention to avoidable mistakes. So you tend to see children who have math anxiety making mistakes too often because they just can't take their time to go through their work. They find it difficult to calm down and go through their work to avoid mistakes. Another symptom of children who have math anxiety is the fact that they score lower grades in math. So they have higher grades in other subjects and they're not doing well in math. So you're wondering, why is this child doing well in English, other subjects, science and all that, but you're just not doing well in math? It could just be math anxiety. So children prefer things like group work. Even in mathematics class, you see them they're vocal, they talk, they like to share ideas and all, but when it comes to a quiz or when it comes to exam or test or something like that, they just freeze. Now let's talk about some of the effects that math anxiety has on children. Sometimes it brings about temporary memory loss. I must confess, sometimes when I write exams, for the first few minutes, I just lose. It just seems like I've forgotten everything that I have prepared for. It happens to children as well. So you see children who go in for a test and they just freeze. They don't know what to do. Can be funny, but they find it very difficult and disheartening. It also brings about a negative attitude towards learning. Now, because children experience this, they tend not to want to learn anymore. They just want to shy away from the test and all that. They just want to do other things. So you see them engaging in other activities, sometimes less important than their studies, less important than their math class work and all that. They just prefer to stay completely away from anything that will just make them feel anxious. Now, instead of shying away from math class, children who experience math anxiety can do the following. So we're talking solutions now. Tip number 1, ensure that you comprehend math concepts. And if for any reason you don't understand what has been taught, or you understand to an extent you need some help, make sure that you ask for help immediately. Tip number 2, practice under test-like conditions. Now, what do I mean by test-like conditions? You know that the math anxiety comes up most times when you have a major task ahead of you. Now, what you can do to overcome this is to prepare like you're writing a test. So you time yourself and then give yourselves questions, solve, and trust me, if you do that over time, it will help you calm your nerves so that when you eventually get into the examination hall, you will feel fine and refreshed. Tip number 3, study ahead of time. Now, children, when you study ahead of time, it helps you to gain confidence. So if for any reason your teacher comes in today and says, we have a test, you won't fret at all. You won't be scared because you know you have prepared previously and you're just fine. So studying ahead of time just gives you, it boosts your confidence and makes you better when it comes to handling quizzes and exams. Tip number 4, be active in class. Children, it's very important that you participate in everything that goes on in your classroom. If you're giving group work to do, ensure that you participate. If you're giving classwork to do, make sure you start and try to finish it up to the end. Just make sure that you're part of the class. Everything that goes on in your math class, be part of it so that you do not lose concentration. And if along the line you do not understand something, don't wait for later. Ask immediately. So being active in class just helps you to be bold. It helps you to speak out when you have issues. Tip number 5, engage in relaxation activities. What do I mean relaxation? Now, just before you write your tests, you can breathe in, do some breathing exercises. Breathe in, out, in, out. So it helps to calm your nerves. Okay, your test is right in front of you. It won't take you too long. You can breathe in and out. It will help you. You can also stretch. You can take some time to stretch. It has this way of making you feel comfortable. So you just feel good about yourself, okay? And make sure you use the toilet before you go into for your test, just in case you have issues with your bowels, okay? You also need to engage in positive self-talk and believe in yourself. Finally, eat well, sleep well. Now, if you do these 2 things properly, it will help to balance your body system and it will help you to coordinate yourself properly. So ensure that you take a balanced diet as often as you can, okay? Don't do junk too often. I know we like to snack on chocolates, biscuits and stuff like that, but ensure that you take a balanced diet regularly. It's very good for your body. It will help you to coordinate yourself and then it will help you to reduce the effect of math anxiety. Sleeping well will also help you because if you sleep well, it will give you a refreshing feeling when you wake up the next day. So you go into that exam hall, you go into that test hall feeling good about yourself, and trust me, math anxiety will be a thing of the past. In summary, children who experience math anxiety have a weakening effect on their psyche and overall interaction with everyone. Now, these children feel that they are no good. They feel they don't know anything. They feel that when it comes to math, they're just not there. In other subjects, they are way up there, but maths, no, it's a no for them. So as parents, teachers, guardians, and everyone around, we must ensure that we make a conscious effort to keep tabs on our children's progress so that little cracks like this will not slip under the carpet. That means that we must be conscious of everything that the children do. All their experiences must not go unnoticed, so that when they begin to experience math anxiety, which is sometimes inevitable, we will be there to help them conquer the fear. Thank you for listening.